Hey guys, it's Atreyu Locs. It has been a while since I've been on, but today is my 10-year Lociversary, so I thought I would get on quickly and just kind of talk about my lock journey and hopefully offer you guys, especially you newbies, you newbie lockers, some tips, some advice about what to expect along your lock journey. Let's get to it. All right, so yes, I have had my locks for 10 years. I got them started. My mom installed them in August 16th of 2014. So yeah, it's been 10 years. and I still have them. Okay, they're pretty long now. Normally they're covered up. I still do the same things that I've always done. I keep them covered every day and every night. I try to moisturize them when they need it. Usually that means that I moisturize them a little bit more often during the winter because it's drier typically. But I really pay attention to my locks to see what they need. If they don't need something, then I don't give it to them. That is to say, just because other lockers, even people who have had long, who have had long lock journeys, who've had their locks for a long time, even if they're doing things, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do the same thing to my locks, because we all have different hair. Yeah, they have experience, they have a lot of lock time, if you will, under their belt, but that's with their hair, not with my hair. And so it's very important that you pay attention to what your hair needs. That also applies to how often you should be doing maintenance if you have locks that you're maintaining. If you're semi-free-forming, then you want to make sure that you are doing it often enough to incorporate those hairs back into the locks. And I have made videos, tons of videos, talking about hair that grows away from your locks. For those of you who are lucky enough to have locks or to have hair as it grows out of your scalp that does not grow away from your locks, that actually grows into your locks, then it's not an issue, it's a moot point, you don't need to worry about it. But if you're like me, and as your hair grows out of your scalp, it does not grow into your lock, you have to do maintenance often enough to reincorporate that hair back into your lock. There have been a lot of debates on YouTube, on my channel in particular, where people are saying, that's actually hair that is broken off. Actually, it's not. The hair is clearly new growth. You can tell by the fineness of the hair. And I have fine hair anyway, but I have not done anything to break my hair. I know the reason why it's not. But, people will believe what they will. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter to me. You can believe what you want. This is just my perspective, my opinion from the 10 years that I have had locks. These are the things that I've noticed. I've also done my best to educate myself. I've watched LocTubers like Yanni the Lockologist, Damian Walter. When you're in the lock journey, you're about the lock journey. And I still remember, even though it's been 10 years now, I remember the level of excitement that I had when I first started my lock journey. Dare I call it obsession? Yes, I was obsessed with my locks. Obsessed with just having long hair and just being part of, I guess, what you would call the lock community. Now my perspective has changed on it. Now it's just okay, yeah, these are my locks. It's not a big deal. And I don't say that to put a damper on, the excitement that you guys have initially. I think it just comes with the territory. But I'll say savor it, because most likely you're not always going to feel like that. It's kind of like the novelty wears off. Yes, I still love my locks. Yes, they're cool. Yes, it's cool having super long hair. I can also be a nuisance because it likes to get trapped in places that you would not expect, like in your jacket or, behind a seatbelt or indoors and things like that. But, it's cool, but it's just not as big of a deal. Maybe I've grown out of the excitement of having locks. And I think that's also one of the reasons why I stopped putting videos on this channel. But that is not to say that I don't understand it, that I have forgotten what it's like to be excited about having locks, being a part of a lock community, making videos about locks, talking about locks all the time. I mean, even when I see people who have locks, I still love just looking at their locks and seeing what type of locks they have and how they maintain them, and so it's still very beautiful. It's still very rewarding to know that you have nurtured these bad boys for so long, and still to date, I am the only person who has ever maintained my locks. I consider myself a semi-free former. I only retwist every, I don't know, it depends on the year. Sometimes it's only twice a year. A couple of times it's only been once a year. But like I said, if you have hair that grows away from your locks, you got to be careful, because your locks will thin out if you're not reincorporating that hair back into the lock in a timely manner, and this can be achieved by the braid technique, another topic that I've made several videos about, so just check out my playlist, you guys. Let's see, any other piece of advice that I can give you before I get out of here? Yeah, just savor it, pay attention to what your locks need. Don't pay attention to the noise. You know, everyone has different approaches to their locks. Figure out what type of journey you want to be on, and then pay attention to how your locks respond to what you're doing to them. If it's working, then don't deviate. There's no need. If it's not working, then try to figure out, okay, what's the problem? Try other things to see if you can find a solution. And then once you do, continue doing what you're doing, okay? For me, I ended up getting seborrheic dermatitis, so I was scratching a lot, and I was starting to thin out in certain areas. And I think just genetically speaking, you know, for those of you who've watched my videos for a long time, you know that one of the reasons that I wanted to get locks was because I feel like I'm going to lose my hair up here at some point, so I wanted to like get on a lock journey and have this experience before that happened, if it actually happens. So it's thinner up here. It always has been. If you guys look at my videos, it's always been comparatively thinner up here than up here, but they're still doing their thing, still growing. So yeah, I'm just careful with them. Like I said, I keep them moisturized, not too moisturized. I don't keep them too wet. I let them completely dry because you don't want to grow mold in your locks. I keep them covered most of the time so that I can prevent lint from getting in them, and if there is lint, I try to take it out as soon as possible so that it does not become embedded, because at that point it's really hard to get out. You darn near have to undo your lock to get it out, and you don't want to put yourself in that predicament. So definitely take preventative measures, okay? Yeah, enjoy the people in the lock journey if you feel a connection with them. There's still a couple of people who I still keep in contact with, good friends that I've made, and yeah, just enjoy the ride. That's basically all I can say. While the novelty may wear off inevitably, you know, you can still enjoy your locks, but it's all a part of growth. You know, you move on to different things, different phases of your life. Obviously I still have my locks, but my main focus is no longer on them. So but that's not to say that I don't love them. That's not to say that I am neglectful when it comes to them, and I still take care of them, but I don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Just be chill. Just be chill. Treat them right. Pay attention to them. Listen to them, and they will thrive. All right, guys. That is gonna be it for this video. I don't even remember how I end these videos. I think it's something like, I think it's something like, try to love unconditionally. Yes, I think I got it. All right. And it's not that I don't feel it. It's just been a while since I've said it. Okay. Try to love unconditionally, because loving with conditions conditions the heart to not really love at all. This is Atreyu Locs, and I'll see you maybe sometime in the future. Peace.